Hey everybody, welcome back for another day of Coach Basics training, day 3, and this is a really exciting day. Today we are going to talk about building your story. So it's really time for you to start working on your Beachbody story, which really is just your story of why you decided to coach, like why you're here. And when you craft this and share it with potential challengers and coaches, you're also going to share it with your social network to announce yourself as a coach. This is really what's going to help people know to start watching you. So it's kind of a critical announcement and piece of the puzzle because it's what lets everybody know that your doors are now open for business. So when you sign up to be a coach, typically your coach knows that. Maybe you've told some family, but no one else really knows that you're a coach. And so, you never know. Tomorrow, you might have a friend in your network who's about to go on and buy Master's Hammer and Chisel, and they totally would have purchased through you. But if they don't know that you're a coach, they don't know to come to you and that they can place their order through you. You've got to let them know. And I always tell coaches, I know it seems scary at the beginning to post that. You might be a little concerned with what people are going to think of you or if you'll be rejected or judged or any of that. I know that I wrestled with that too. But on the flip side, there's so much to gain by putting it out there and potential business that can come your way right off the bat. There's a lot of coaches who get people who sign up in their challenge group right when I tag them in a post announcing them as a coach. That's happened several times. And so, it's money to be made. It's starting to work towards your goals. Things can happen pretty quickly, but people have to know. And so I know that you're probably feeling a little bit nervous about it, which is totally normal. But I think it's going to be actually a really cool thing for you to see when I or your personally sponsored coach creates that initial announcement for you, announcing you as a Beachbody coach. Typically that comes first. So you decide to sign up. Hopefully that you've gotten your coach the About Me questionnaire, and then your coach will set up a getting started right call with you. Once your coach has that information about you, they can make an announcement on Facebook announcing you as a Beachbody coach. And that's key because, again, people know to start watching you. But after that, we want you to start kind of building your own story with Beachbody so that you can really announce yourself. And that's even more powerful when it comes from you. But hopefully your coach has already announced you on Facebook. If not, make sure you've gotten that About Me questionnaire over to your coach so that they can do that for you. And then you've got a little bit of time to start working on this because you don't want them to be back to back, like same day. But even within the same week is totally fine. So the difference is your coach will just say, so and so has decided to become a coach. I'm so excited. This is why, blah, blah, blah. But then you're going to piggyback on that, whether it's in a matter of days or when you feel comfortable and ready to kind of share your story and tell people why you decided to do it. And that's really important because people now know to start watching you. I could announce you as a coach and then they never see you post anything and they're like, oh, maybe she's not doing it or he's not doing anything with it, or maybe they're not actually going to, actively coach or something. They need to start seeing that consistency. And it kind of starts here. This is the beginning of your journey, is putting this post up here. And the reason why it's so critical, people know to start watching you because so many people want something that works. And, everybody's looking for something that works. So if somebody goes and, they hear that somebody went to this great doctor and the doctor was just amazing. And then all my moms in these local groups are like, oh, what doctor did you go to? I want to try that doctor. Oh, you come raving that you had like the best Mexican ever. Or where'd you go? What restaurant? We all are kind of selling things without even realizing it for other people. We market the things that we like, right? Without even meaning to do it, without getting paid for it. The difference is now you're going to get paid for it. But so you, by, sharing that story, you're going to start getting people to start watching you because they want to know. Everybody wants to know, what's working. And I had a girl yesterday who had a great 3 weeks. She lost a ton of weight and she put up a post that she was able to zip up her dress. And there's like 70, 80 something likes on the post. And she's got about 20 people that are asking her what she's doing and they want to join her. And she's got about 5 people ready to sign up tonight. Somebody that signed up for the discount, she wasn't even going to coach. And look at that. It's incredible. So, it can happen really, really fast. But now people know, like, she already had some result to share, right? And if you're a brand new coach coming in like me, maybe you didn't have any kind of transformation already. That's okay. That's everyone's story is different. You just want to share what applies to you. And I think you'll be really surprised presently that people are really supportive and encouraging. We get so nervous about this, like, oh, people are going to judge me or reject me. And I think it's just going to feel great to see that encouragement that comes from you putting yourself out there. And the more vulnerable you are, the better your story will be, the more people will connect with it. So when you put your story out there, that's exactly what happens. People connect with you, they appreciate you, and they can relate to you. There's something in your story that a lot of people can relate to. For me, it was the fact that I became a stay-at-home mom and finances got really tight and I no longer had a way to bring in money. And in order for me to make that sacrifice to be home with my son, we kind of sacrificed a quality of life, and it caused a lot of financial stress. So a lot of moms can relate to that. Like, they want to be able to be home with their kids and still make some money. And some other people, it's more their story is that they tried every way, fitness and health, gimmick out there, diets, whatever, and nothing ever really worked until this. And there's so many people that can relate to that. So, people just want to know what works. So they're going to watch you now. Once this announcement gets made, they know to start watching you. Are you going to stick with it? Are you going to start the program or finish the program that you started? Are you going to, is it going to give you some results? They now know to watch you. And it's going to take them a little bit of time. It's going to grow their trust in you. And then, they'll feel more comfortable purchasing from you or joining a challenge group when they see that, you're here, you're sticking with it. So, everyone has a story, and to get you thinking about yours, I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions. What first drew you to Beachbody? What convinced you that this was the right choice for you? What are your goals with Beachbody? And what do you hope it will do for you and your family? So I'm going to post some examples today of potential stories that you could kind of post on social media. Everyone's is going to be different. Don't try to make it sound just like anybody else's. Really sit down, grab a piece of paper, and just answer those questions real quick. So even if you have not had any experience with Beachbody and you're coming in day one and you need the business opportunity, you can say, I decided to sign up and become a coach because I've always been interested in health and fitness. It's always been a great part of my life. Whenever, I've lost myself or life got tough, that's how I found myself, and how I found that inner strength. And right now I'm at a point in my life where I'm needing that again. I need it for me. I put on some weight, I'm not feeling good, and I want to start feeling good again. And at the same time, use this as a way to create more income for my family. There's a lot of people that can relate to something like that. When times are hard or business is slow, or, people have had injuries and they're getting back into it, or again, a mom who just can't get to the gym anymore, somebody who's really so overweight that they're too self-conscious to go to a gym, and they really love that they can do this at home and not feel judged. There are just so many potential stories out there, things from depression and postpartum and anxiety and panic attack. I have seen so much. There's so many stories, but the more vulnerable you are, that thing that you're kind of afraid to share is that thing that people are going to relate to the most. So take your time thinking about this, why you're really here, and those goals and what you hope Beachbody will do for you. Start crafting your story. And if you want to, if you're a little bit uncomfortable thinking about sharing it, you can start by just sharing it in here. I'll look it over. We can support each other, give each other some feedback on it. You could share it in the team page. You could share it, when you're ready. You could run it past friends and family, read it to them, see what they think, your significant other, a parent, and then you could take it and post it on whatever social media platform you are most comfortable with. And if you aren't comfortable with that yet, you could share it in an invite. You could actually send a message to someone like, "Hey man," or "Hey girl, I know we haven't chatted in a while. How's life?" Da, 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 or to friends and family, is probably who you'll be starting talking with. So you could say, "I decided to become a Beachbody coach. I'm really excited about it. I really needed a way for me to create more income for my family right now, or, whatever it may be. I really needed a way to start actually taking care of my body, and I fell in love with the shake and the nutrition, and I'm looking for some people who are willing to, try the product risk-free. If you don't love it, you get your money back for about 30 days just to give me some testimonials that I can share to get my business started right and attract more customers. Would you, can I count on your support?" You could take your story and kind of plug it into there as you send out an invite. This is why I started. Would you be interested in joining me? And that's a good way without having to share it on your Facebook wall right off the bat to start sharing it until you get more comfortable. Just remember when you craft your story that your story is your own. It's no one else's. So don't try to make it sound like anyone else's. Be you. Someone out there needs to hear what you have to say. Someone out there, a lot of someone's going to relate to your story. So keep it your own. Don't try to sound like anyone else, and it will be great. All right. Can't wait to see you.